I'm from Litchfield. I'm from Little Falls originally. That's where I grew up on a dairy farm. And I graduated from Little Falls in '93. And my teammate from a different campus, I was a UMD wrestler while you were a U of M wrestler. I was the last team at UMD. I got my first teaching job in Litchfield. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know where Litchfield was. I'd look on a map. And I was at a brand new lieutenant in the Army, so I was coming from Fort Benning, Georgia. And my first, it was my, I think it would have been my second or third year. It would have been in 2002, because that's the year I was the head coach at Litchfield in wrestling. And I always saw this Minnewaska wrestling tournament. And I always saw teams out there that were like out on the South Dakota border. Like, that'd be nice to come up there because we don't see any of those teams. And I saw Minnewaska was always pretty good. So I got in their tournament. And in 2002, we came out here. And if you know Wes Testament, I mean this with flattery, I didn't care for the guy. I didn't care for him at all. Kind of hated him. Because he'd always make you turn your roster in on like Tuesday, and we don't even wrestle until Saturday, and I'm just like, why do you need our roster? And then I find out later on that once I locked in my weights, that they would all lose a weight class to we'd come out here, and every year we'd get beat. And you're like, this is crazy. And I will admit, I get a little intense. I get intense at wrestling matches. I might have gotten thrown out of one tournament in my coaching career, right over there. And I always, because there's always one official that refed every one of Minnewaska's matches on one mat in one corner of the gym, and you never deviated. And Wes had the whole bracket set up before you came in. And so it was my first time ever coming here. And I gotta be honest, coming across 55, because that's the way you come from Litchfield, it's not much to look at. You know, once you got really west of Painesville, it kind of looks the same. And then all of a sudden you come down that hill, you're like, holy cow. Then you go out on the campus, and I think the story I want to tell you is how proud you got to be of the campus and the community and the school that you have. And you had some phenomenal wrestling back in those days, and we'd lose, but then we would go on, and we'd drop weight the week after this, and ultimately we were state runners up in '02 and state champs in '03. And I always laugh because, Wes, where's your team? Back in Glenwood. So I always had to give him, he didn't like that, because I'm sure he didn't like me much either. So coming out here, interviewing for the superintendent job, and then having him ask me the wrestling coach, there's a little irony in that, because I never thought I'd get to coach wrestling again after I left Litchfield. And it's been an absolute joy for me. I think